Hello, and now we're going to do Azrael channeling part 2. I experimented with doing it downstairs the first time. Results were actually quite interesting, but I had the comments that I had about it from a couple of people who had seen it was, it'd be better if you could be closer to the mic, and better if I was where there was a bit more light. So today's session is going to be done upstairs. And like the other one, I don't have any specific questions. So I think what I want to frame it is the last time, a lot of what he had said was quite direct, and it's definitely direct about the way in which there are splits that are becoming more pronounced, and the way in which we need to not be afraid with regard to that. So we'll see what he has to say today. And as I said, hoping that this is gonna be a little bit better of a thing for me in terms of actually doing the channeling. So yeah. So anyway, I won't babble on. let's get started. So I'm gonna call Azrael in. O Vilm Azrael, ni so pamt ozazam de oanum, ozazam de oport, orochiklepi kukaspa, amen. I told you there would be time. I keep hearing stomach worsening, so I don't know what that's about, but maybe somebody listening needs to hear that. Maybe somebody needs to have something checked out with regard to that. It's funny, I feel like my own stomach is making noise, but it's not, what I keep hearing is it's somebody else's. Like I'm picking up on somebody else's, something going on with somebody else. Hearing the phrase come back. Azrael indicated disruption to me this morning. Got the runes of disruption. Haggle, the rune of disruption. What is the disruption, Azrael? There's a loss. There's a loss coming. Be awake, be aware. Don't worry about it. It's happening as it's supposed to. This feels very individual. Every day is a surprise. Resistance to change is going to come to an end. I work in the background. You cannot see me. Bring it to the ground. Pay attention to the birds. Birds of death and birds of prosperity. It's time to learn, and learning will be fast. Some people only learn through crisis. The mind is no good. Many people will learn through crisis. How would you get anywhere without crisis? Change brings joy. There are preparations. People called to make these preparations know who they are. Yes, it's a battle, but it's not the kind of battle that people think it is. The old way doesn't go quietly. When no one knows, deception's everywhere. How do you know? How are you going to know? If you don't learn, how do you know? Is trauma the only way to teach you? Do not worry about others. Your worry is only a reflection of you. Everyone's work changes. Everyone's work is changing. Everyone needs to live or else they will die. The war is for life, but it's not a war against me. Because I'm part of life. People are fighting the wrong battle. The past does not define you. What is your past? The past is a past of one piece of you. But there are so many pieces of you across so many different dimensions, across so many different families. Who's to say who you are, who you belong to? They're all just identities that conceal who you are. But this is moving into the era of truth, the era of Ma'at. And this demands truth. It demands that you know who you are. Truth will set you free. But do you want truth and do you want freedom? People say they want both. But then they do the opposite. They hide in deception, and they put chains on themselves. I am here to help awaken truth and to help you be free. That's why beings of sovereignty are connected to beings of death. At some point, you have nothing to lose. In this space, you can learn who you are. Be your own center. Be wary of making somebody else your center, because they're not. If anyone tells you that they're your center, or that they are the rock you should cling to, don't believe them. You are not in the realm of saviors. Nobody saves. And why do you want to be saved? What do you want to be saved from? You want to be saved from suffering. But the only person who makes you suffer is you. Because you take yourself out. You take yourself out. You think the world is on your shoulders. But that's only when you try to control everything. Yield control. We are here. If you listen, we will tell you where to go next. Many people are here for the work. This is not a battle of good and evil, it's a battle of survival. No one knows what good is. Nobody knows what evil is. One's up, one's down, but they're not either. There is no up, there is no down. What is good or evil depends. And if you don't live in truth, if you're not free, you won't know the difference. If you let others tell you what truth is, truth is discovered by listening, by experiencing. Evaluate naturally, not with your analysis. When you are here and you are alive, there'll be no need for analysis, because you will know. You'll always know. With or without us, you will always know. I hold the gate open, but everybody is afraid to walk through. They think something terrible will happen. They don't realize that what they wish for is on the other side. But do you even know what you want? Let it flow. Water flows, blood flows. Life flows. Sickness comes when there's no flow. You've parted the waters to what end? Why do you worship gold? Gold only has the value because you say it does. You worship gold. With no irony and with no understanding. Don't worship anything. It is you in the forces. You're part of the forces. Moving with the forces is not going to destroy your power. It will give you power. The only thing that will be destroyed is your fake belief about who you are. Everything moves. People say they want things to move, and when they move, then they complain that they move. Humans are very difficult to understand. How is the gift of rationality such a curse? If you really want to know, you need to be part of the bigger picture. You need to understand that whatever you are, it's not alone. Look for the horizon. Focus on the horizon. That is all.